Morning, Thermite. Welcome to the bank. What can I do for you this morning?
Some serious drywall work coming up.
Right, well, it's a withdrawal of funds. What kind of drywall work are you doing, just out of interest?
Time to make a new door.
A new door? Wow, that's a lot of work. You doing a single door or a double door or?
A really big fucking hole coming right up.
Wow, okay. No need for that. You got a random fact whilst I'm processing this, just out of interest?
When you mix fuel, metal oxide, and metal powder in just the right way, it burns at 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Wow, that is interesting. Wow. Okay, and we are all done. Thanks very much. Hey up, troops. Sorry about that. I just had to serve a customer there. I do apologize for the delay. You may notice by where we are in this video, we're going to be looking at the site setups for Bank. So Bank is a map that's been quite divisive over the years. Some people seem to love it. Some people seem to absolutely hate it. I actually don't mind it. It got reworked not so long ago, and it's definitely better now than it was. So with like the rest of the setup videos, we're going to look at the reinforcements, we're going to look at the rotations, and on two of the sites, on the top floor and the bottom floor, I'm going to use a specific operator on that site, and I'm going to show you a strat that I use in the ranked games, which I think really gives you a better chance of winning. Just for a change, that's enough of me waffling on. Let's get stuck into it. Right then, let's get started upstairs with the reinforcements as usual then. So back CEO, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. A single janitor wall next to the double wall. A right-hand side wall in the B site. A left-hand side wall in front desk / trump. And then the 2 double walls at the end of the long hallway. That's the reinforcements. Onto the rotations then, and there's quite a bit of work to be done here. I'll show you the standard site setup, and you're probably thinking, why how come you're using castle and not smoke? I'll do the standard site setup, and then I'll show you why I'm using castle. So the usual rotations. It's from CEO into janitor on this angle. Then from janitor into meeting on this angle. Just like that. Now they're the only 2 rotations you need to make, really. You can make, I've seen people make rotations here, so they can get through behind the sofa if they need to. It's not something I see very often, but they're the main rotations that you need, just those 2 there. And it gives the option for whoever's playing in janitor to be able to move into either of those 2 rooms quickly out of there. Now, on to the reason why I play castle on this site. There's a lot of setting up to do with this, and I think it was Bikini Body who I saw do this first. But what you need to do is make a line of sight all the way along this wall. This might take us a minute or 2, so sit tight, but honestly, it's worth doing. The key thing when you do this setup is you must have your teammates know that this is what you're doing, because it creates long lines of sight for not just you, but for the attacking team as well. So you make a long line of sight all the way down meeting. We do exactly the same in stock. As I say, it does take a bit of time. You probably need a bit of help. Whenever we play this site, I always ask if someone can play a Rooney, and they can do the punch holes on there instead. Right, sweet. Then we castle off the double door to square. You can say this is a bit of a waste, because it's so easily countered. Castle off janitors. Castle off stock. And then castle off meeting here on this double door. With your proximity detectors, I always want to be worrying about main stairs. So we put that behind the banister there. Really well hidden for anyone who's coming up. Yes, we can see it there now because we know it's there. But if you didn't know that was there, you wouldn't know it was there. And also, if you didn't know that was there, you wouldn't know it was there. What a ridiculous statement. We also put one on the top here. One of the first things you want to be watching... We're playing in this area here, by the way, in Trump. But one of the first places you want to be watching is this window here, because you can still rappel up there. This is weird now. This is just something I do. I barricade off this door and I punch the bottom twice. So I know if I need to escape this room, I only need to punch this once. Then make 1 shotgun hole here. And then 1 shotgun... Shotgun? I don't know what that is. Shotgun holes across the bottom there. And then when this door castle barricade here on main stairs gets open, you can see main stairs from this hole. You can make a rotate here as well, and I do this sometimes. I make it on the right-hand side of the wall, not the left. And make it quite small. Don't make it a big rotate. Like this here. So anyone up main stairs doesn't get an angle into the room. If you put it on the right side, you have a bit more of an angle into the area that you're playing. But if need be now, you can peek out of here. You can then peek all the way. So the reason we do this, by the way, is you can hold stock from here. So you can see the angles we can hold on stock. And with a 1.5 and a UMP, you can really hold down that area well. The areas you want to be watching, really, as I say, is the window over here. And you're going to get someone on either this window or the windows here sometimes as well. So you can barricade off this window here, which I do sometimes. It just makes you a bit more safe. But yeah, that's the upstairs. I know this is quite castle specific. But again, you've got to let your teammates know that you're making this line of sight, because people are just going to walk into here thinking it's safe to do so. Little do they know there's going to be attackers holding them from stock here. But whilst you're playing in Trump or front desk here, it's such a nice place to hold stock from. Enemies are worried to jump into stock, and if need be, you can hold banana from there, or again, you can hold main stairs from here, or even push out to long. I really like playing this site as castle, but again, your teammates need to be on board. One more thing that I didn't mention, you can also hold janitor from here as well. You make a line of sight there. The janitor rotates. I nearly didn't do that then. Move that PC screen. You can also hold janitor there. And if you make a line of sight here, if they crouch in, you won't be able to see. If you make a line of sight there, you can then also hold janitor, and you can see janitor door there where my castle is. So you can hold janitor door. And if you come around to this angle, if they push through the janitor rotate, which is just there, you can also see janitor rotate. So from here, janitor and janitor rotate, stock, main stairs. Especially if this castle on this double door here has moved out the way, you can see main stairs from going prone here as well. You can hold it's basically the central point to hold everything. I know I keep repeating myself. You can hold this, you can hold this. I think you get my point, is from this point here, you can hold everything. And you can kind of funnel people into certain areas using these castle barricades. Obviously, the castle barricade on stock means that they can't go out of stock without getting rid of that, so they've got to spend a bit of time in here. It's a really, really good strat. And for the 75th time, just make sure your teammates are on board with it. So we're downstairs now then. I've done the reinforcements. The observant of you may notice that I must have messed up on take number 1, because I've already punched that wall. Well, don't worry about that too much. You'll also see that I'm playing Echo. There's a reason for that. We're getting through a right selection of operators on this one. So reinforcements then. 2 in security/CCTV over into server there. The left-hand side, as you're looking at it from this side, a hatch. And there's 4 hatches to get on this side, which can be a pain, but 1 and 2. Again, from this side of the wall, you want the right-hand side reinforcing. We've then got the hatch in elevator. And yeah, setting this up on your own takes me a bit of time, so I hope I don't get this wrong for the second time. And the hatch there as well. And that's it. They're all the reinforcements you need. In terms of rotates, you want 1 on the right-hand side of the red hallway into lockers. For ages, I just knew this as B-site. I didn't know what it was called, but yeah, it's lockers. Then you also want 1 on the left-hand side from red hallway into CCTV/security. Now, there is an argument to make a reinforcement here as well. And I can see that argument. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. The other thing to think about as well, which I see people doing in lower elo but not higher elo, is reinforcing the server hatch. I don't think you should reinforce that. If the attackers want to open this, they will do, obviously with it being soft. But it just means anyone that you've got roaming upstairs or roaming on the top floor, you can hold... I'm not going to go all the way up because it'll take me forever, but you can hold an angle from top square up here. You can hold angles down into server, which are really good angles to be able to hold once the attackers have opened that hatch for you. It's basically the reason you reinforce it is because you have somebody playing behind the server rack. And it's just a dangerous game to play here. You know, you can last here for like 40, 50, 60 seconds. Then once they start pushing from blue and from tunnel, perhaps, it's a really dangerous place to play. But anyway, the reason we're playing Echo, that's the site, that's the basic site setup. Another thing I like to do, by the way, is make a line of sight here. And then you can hold the hatch on a really tight angle, as you can see there. It's a really good way of holding the hatch. Another thing to think about is this wall, just whilst I'm here. Sometimes you want to reinforce this wall if you don't want to have to worry about people coming from garage. Other times it's nice to not reinforce this wall because you can hold an angle from here. And if I make the same angle somewhere here, I'm not sure the exact... It's much easier with a shotgun. I don't think I've got the right angle, but if you have a shotgun, you can do. So from here, we have got a sort of angle. You can see the ping, what we're holding onto there, is roughly default plant area. So if you get your angles right with a shotgun, you make a line of sight across this wall, make a line of sight across this wall. You can hold the sort of default plant area from back in garage. Obviously, you've just got to watch that nobody pushes garage. So why we picked Echo, that's the default site setup for the second time I've said that now. Why we picked Echo is because you can hide an Echo drone, and I did include this on my Echo video as well. 99 times out of 10, well, most people or most attackers, the execute they want to make is firstly open this hatch so no one can hide behind the bomb here. And then what they want to do is breach this area of this wall. And they can plant here, and you can't see them from this area here. So they want to be sort of sneaking in. You can revert, you can like pretend the door's the breach. You can like back up like this and then plant on the floor there. And you can't see the attacker while they're planting. However, using this little trick, I'll show you how you can. If you can see above the echo, in fact, let me show you without the echo drone. You see this sort of channel here. You can see this ridge. And then that's a bit deeper. You can hide an echo drone up there. If you go close to the wall, like this, step out just a tad, and then go up, you can see the ridge that we're hiding behind. It's going to be a little bit further back, somewhere here. If we get rid of this monitor screen. I actually put both of my echo drones here as well, by the way. Which can be dangerous, because if it gets grenaded, both echo drones are gone. But so from here now, as an attacker, you absolutely can't see those echo drones. You can't even hear them because they're so far away. However, as echo, again, you can see them both there. As echo, remember the denial for echo is 14 meters. So as long as you're within 14 meters, which both of these drones are, 9 and 10 meters, you're able to deny the plant here. So as they're planting there, that's 1 denial, 2 denial, 4 goes at denying the plant from here just by hiding 2 echo drones up there. It means you've got to stay alive to the end of the round, which can be difficult. Usually means just sort of hiding around this area here. Staying on most of the time when you're playing echo in this site, all you're going to do is be on cams for most of the round. Until you're in like a 2v4 or a 3v5, and then you need to start sort of worrying about certain areas and stuff. But yeah, that's what you want to be doing. I really like playing echo here. Denying the plant here works so well because the attackers, as soon as the plant gets denied, they're looking around going, where's this echo drone here? You know, from the breach, looking up at where it can be, and they just literally can't see it. Even if, can you see it if you go prone from the door? Even if you go prone from the door, you can just see the tail of 1. Oh no, you can see the tail of 2, sorry, just. But you can only just see them. So there you go, there's the counter. If anyone's doing that to you, you know, you can, if you go prone in the doorway, you can just about see it. The alarm on my phone's just gone off to remind me that I'm streaming in 15 minutes. I really hope that alarm didn't come through the microphone because there's no way I'm re-recording this site. Alright, so if you heard an alarm then, let's just pretend you didn't. So, yeah, there you can see it from the door if you need to. You can counter that slightly just from there. You can just see the edge of them. So there's what you can do. Anyway, that's why I playing Echo there. That's downstairs on bank. A really, really strong site for the defenders as long as you play it well. If you've got a good roamer, get them upstairs because it takes forever to drone out top floor on bank. So get them upstairs. Let the attackers know that there's someone upstairs to waste their time. They've got to drone them out. Play as a vigil. Just run around top floor and hide. And it's a really good site for the defenders. Just one more quick thing whilst we're downstairs here. There's a bell that you can hear. I am a big fan of shooting the radio, jukebox and everything else like that. I can't find this bell. If anyone knows where this bell is... see how it's gone quiet now? So it's definitely in here somewhere. And then if you go in here, it goes quiet again. So it's definitely somewhere around here. If anyone knows what to shoot to stop that bell ringing, I will be over the moon. It sounds like it's coming from the light, but shooting the light doesn't work. It sounds like it's coming from the light. If we know how to stop that, someone please get in touch. Right then, here we are in Towers and Archives, or Archives, if you're Seaway. So, 2 reinforcements on the Towers double wall, 2 reinforcements on the Towers south wall. Now, in higher elo, you'll see one of these walls left soft, so you can hold on to main stairs from here. Depending on what elo you're playing in, if you're higher up, fair enough, and your team know that you're going to be holding main stairs, fine. If you make a line of sight here and your team don't know about it, they're definitely going to get picked off early doors because they're just going to have someone holding it from main. So yeah, depending on what elo you're in. I just like reinforcing it because you just feel a bit safer. You then got 3 reinforcements here, and again, there's an argument to make a rotate and extend into open here. Again, depends what elo you're playing in and what your teammates know. I've actually jumped the gun a little bit here, and I'm really sorry, but I've made the rotate. I've also made a line of sight. You can hold the window from here. You can hold all the way into electrical from here. You shoot these boxes out. You can hold from here all the way into electrical. You can hold the archives door and stairs as well. Now, you'll notice I'm playing red.c here. I can't get enough of this site at the moment. I just think it's really clean. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me a bit of the 1.5, but obviously it's only a 1 times. But I really like it recently. But yeah, I know it's a bit weird, so that's why the SMG11 looks a bit odd. So yeah, that's where I play. Sorry, the way I set up the reinforcements and the rotates. This one's dead simple. It's 2 rooms next to each other. There's not much snazzy stuff you can do here. It's also particularly dangerous because every single part of the ceiling on this site, give or take, is soft. So you've got to be really careful. The idea of the attackers is just to open up the floor and stop anyone being in this area. If you're an attacker, a defender, you need to have at least a couple of you upstairs holding upstairs, and it's a dangerous place to play because of all the windows and whatnot. So yeah, good luck to you. It's the first 2 sites on bank are really defender-sided in my opinion. The second 2 sites on bank are quite attacker-sided. In terms of a shield playing as smoke, I set mine up on a weird angle here. I'll make a line of sight here to hold the door. So you can then hold Archive's door from here. If need be, if they're pushing from lobby, you can then at least get some cover behind the shield if they're pushing this door. Vice versa, if the wall gets opened here... Oh, I've made this line of sight. I forgot about that. You can also use the shield from this side if you need to from there as well. Make this line of sight here in whatever this sort of divider is. Make this line of sight here. You can then hold onto this door, which is where people generally push late on. If they've run out of ideas, they'll generally push this side later on in the round. So from here, you can just hold a really nice tight angle behind the chair. And it's really tough to see when you're coming in through the door as an attacker. The last place you're looking is like there. You're looking here, you're worried about what's behind here. You're going to come in and look around here over the bomb. Certainly not going to be worried about a tight little angle from here. So yeah, it's a good line of sight to make. Probably don't have to make it that big. You can just make one shotgun hole, like if that was full, just there. There you go, yeah. Yeah, there's not much really to go through with this site. Just hold upstairs. There's no hatches you need to worry about as such. You've just got it. There's a lot to worry about from lobby and from top square. It's not an enjoyable site to play in my opinion. So on we move then to open area and staff room, or open area and kitchen. Now let me make this known very early doors here. This is not one of my favourite sites in the entirety of Siege, never mind just Bank. I'm not a fan of it at all. It works really, really well when you've got a really well coordinated stack, hence why it's a really strong site to play in Pro League and high elo. When you're in usual elo, you know, silver, gold, low plat, whatever it might be, I don't think it works particularly well. I'm just not a fan of it at all. Maybe it's just me, maybe other people enjoy it. But anyway, this is how I set it up. So you've got your 2 hatches, 1 in open area and 1 in small office. Then got 3, so that's 2. 3 reinforcements here to make 5. You've then got the single wall that faces the window, which makes 6. And then we've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 walls across staff room / kitchen. Now there is an argument to say you need some walls left to make to reinforce this area here, or there's also an argument to say make a line of sight here and hold anyone that's walking into electrical, because you get a really tight angle on there from here. So again, you can sort of interpret this how you wish. On the other sites, especially upstairs and downstairs, I'm pretty confident of the best way of setting that site up. With this, I really dislike it. Anyway, the lines of sight that I make, so you've got the window here, and this is reinforced. You make a line of sight through the 2 walls onto the window there, so you can hold from this side and from that side. You don't want to be peeking very much at all. One thing that is key here is where my discs or ADS is under the window, or ADS is here. Well, my disc's close to the window, so the grenade goes off over there. ADSs can be closer here because it will just snag the grenade out of the air. In terms of rotates, you want 1 here. It just enables you to move between the sides without having to cross the double door. So if that rotate isn't there, you have to come here to get through the door, and you can be seen from the double door on the beepers there. Key to this site, listen for the beepers obviously. You've got to try and defend stock as much as you can. But you've also got to try and defend janitors. Also, in higher elo, you'll see a rotate either here or on this side, where you try and hold into archives as well and expand the hold as such. But I'm not a massive fan. If I'm going to play anywhere, I'll play in this area here because there's no vertical control. If you've got someone who's unbelievably good at getting picks, get them on this wall here. Again, protect them from grenades. But again, you've just got to watch everywhere. A classic on this site is the rush from garage up main stairs, and they're here within sort of 20 seconds, peeking into people who are still trying to get a setup done. Don't really know what else to tell you about this one. I don't like it, you might, but that's the way I do it. So there we have it, that's Bank. They're the 4 sites, and in my opinion, the best way to set them up. Please don't take what I said on kitchen and open area as gospel. I don't like the site. It is a good site if you can set it up and be cooperative with your teammates and work well together. I'm not a massive fan of it. For those of you that don't know, I also stream on Twitch 4 days a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday from 8 PM UK time. There's been a load of you from YouTube who've come over. It'd be good to see some more of you. I say this at the end of the video, so I'm sorry for repeating myself. And if you've got this far, then thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.